What's really good?
What's going on, y'all? My name's Ryan.
I'm Victor.
This is what we sipping on.
Today, I've got him reacting to As I Lay Dying, Shaped by Fire. Today, it's New Metal Music Week, so I've got a new release. This was today or yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Brand new shit, to the point where there's not even a lyric video. As I Lay Dying, Shaped by Fire. So we've got no choice but to watch a music video. So if it gets blocked, which it probably will, we'll put it on our website just like always, which you can find the links in the description or right here. And we'll just keep the discussion on the channel if you don't want to watch the music video. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this bitch. As I Lay Dying, this is the first for the channel. Like I said, we're checking it out because it's brand new release, staying with the theme for the week. With all this dope metal music coming out from Tool, Korn, Slipknot, everybody else. And As I Lay Dying has been at it for a minute. And
So, As I Lay Dying, is that the name of the band?
Yep.
And then Shaped by Fire.
Yep, that's the track name. Yeah.
As I Lay
And it's pretty
Dying.
dope. It's pretty hardcore. They're hit and miss with me sometimes.
That's a pretty long title for a band.
Yeah, As I Lay Dying.
As I Lay Dying.
There's some other metal bands that got some long.
Mama, I'm sorry. What? All right. Let's go to it. I'm interested. I am.
Yeah, but it's
As
fucking
I
dope.
Lay
And it's a
Dying.
pretty hardcore. They go up and down, and they get some hate from being soft sometimes. And this is I don't follow them that fucking close, but this is definitely a dope release. It was cool when I checked it out. So
Critics will be critics. I ain't
yeah, it
worried
is what
about
it is.
that.
And you know how it is. They release the first album, and if a band deviates slightly from that sound, everybody's like, "Oh, fuck you! You're soft." But anyway, yeah. Without any more bullshit, let's get to it.
With my Forrest Whitaker looking ass. fucking face. Jesus Christ, bro. Exit this shit real quick. As I lay dying. As I lay dying. Yo, I'm gonna be like, Jonas. I'm gonna be like, Jonas. You ever heard of this group name? As I lay dying? Like, bro, you ain't never heard shit about these motherfuckers right here, bro. These niggas right here. This nigga right here? This nigga right here? Like, bro. Alright. First off, I'm gonna start by saying my favorite member of the band is the drummer looking like a Keebler Elf. Looking like a Keebler Elf with his beard, bro. Dude. All these motherfuckers, like the lead singer, he the only one but he low-key bald as fuck. And his hat's just sitting to the... He just got his backwards cap. Everybody else got hair flinging. This motherfucker's beard is fucking flinging. Like, bro, I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
In the comments... Under this video, I saw a couple people talk about it. Dude was like, I guess he's just going to play the drum with his beard.
That bro, dude, he goes hard in the fucking paint. That's my favorite person of the band. And that's saying a lot, bro. His appearance sold me. He don't have to do shit but drum. And that's not taking, dude, it takes a lot. You got to know how to, I can't drum for shit. He came. But my thing is this. When you are in a fucking band, each person has their position. And usually the lead singer is a motherfucker that gets all the fucking glory. No. Keebler Elf, he has all the goddamn glory. This motherfucker's beard is long. This nigga look like one of the motherfuckers up in Duck Dynasty. This motherfucker just going. He is going. I'm so as I lay dying. I'm just going to say it like this. Number one, the drummer, aside from the fact that he looks like the Keebler Elf, he drew me in. His feet. I already know half of what he was doing was rocking that. Do you know how much fucking effort you gotta put into beating a drum with your feet to draw a motherfucker? You ain't doing it with your hands. He doing it with his fucking feet. Like, bro. And then he got that Keebler Elf. I'm not gonna stop fucking talking about that. Let me get off Keebler Elf. Keebler Elf, you the shit. You are the fucking shit. Let's not talk about the vocalist. So I don't know whether to call him the lead because he's not screaming. But like, bro, he going off like, and it's crystal clear. It's beautiful. The artistry of this shit is amazing. Just fuck, dude. The whole entire, my mind is blown. This is our third fucking video. The first one was Underground. The second one was Slipknot. This has got to tell you how excited I am. So, even over Slipknot, God, just fuck, dude. All right.
You know, they brought a fucking dope
They did, bro.
Track,
the energy was amazing. The video was cool. The video was amazing. It was good. I'm not going to say it was amazing. It was good. The video was good.
I mean, it's just a band shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It was kind of cool the way they did have that one person. I don't know if you noticed the details, but he was basically started off burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
And so slowly came back to life.
Right.
Which fit the message of the track.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, no, exactly.
But otherwise, it was just a basic band shot, you know.
As far as the lyrical content goes, this is what I get from it. And honestly, this is it's almost spoken word. It's almost self-recognition. And to be self-recognized at a young age all the way, dude, you gotta up on life. Basically, they are saying is we're living in insanity. And this is the insanity right here. You have elders that have lived life before us that tell you, don't do this. And despite what they say, we still have to discover. So we go against the grain to discover. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but there are people before us. In this message, this is what I got. There are people before us that have lived the same shit, went through the same shit, and we're all fighting the same battle. This is where it separates. Not everybody is interested in, and not everybody gives a shit about humanity, the future of humanity. So when you have a wise individual that's saying, don't do this shit, and you do it anyways, to an extent, there's understanding why you do it, because you got to see it for yourself, and that's natural. Some people just genuinely have to see it for themselves. For me, fuck that. If I see it, like, honestly, no, it's never been that way. Thank God I got some fucked up individuals in my family. It's never had to be that way for me. Somebody can tell me not to do something, and then a cousin, brother, sister, fucking uncle, auntie does the same fucked up shit, and I'm like, okay, they told me not to do it. I see the results of it. I know not to do it. That's my life in a nutshell. So most of the time, somebody told me not to do something, then I saw it done. But if the person didn't tell me not to do it, I wouldn't have evaluated, okay, that person's doing it anyways. And then to see the outcome of it. And then there's been many times where I've been told not to do something, and I got to go against the grain. And whenever I go against the grain, I find out, you know what? Fear was holding me back. And that's bad. But that's the general concept of the song that I got. We're all going through the same thing. It's a repetitive thing. It's a repetitive action. For every action is a reaction. We all go through the same actions just to get to the other side. But lyrically, that's what I got out of it. The production, I heard guitar, which was good. I heard bass, which was amazing. Keebler Elf fucking just... That drummer was all I could focus on. He won me off his image, bro. And then even aside from the image, I was just like, damn, this nigga's just really beating on that drum. But all I heard was that footwork.
Yeah, he had the constant double bass going.
Footwork, bro. That footwork was going. I was, God, bro, like he won me over off his looks and his feet. That's, I feel some type of way. Like, let me say pause and no homo one time. Like, Jesus Christ, like. Yeah, and then, honestly, somebody I'm overlooking, and it's because of Keebler Elf's image. If it wasn't for, if Keebler Elf wasn't there, that singer, it's effortless, but it comes with a lot of practice, and it comes with a lot of want to. The notes he was singing, even up to the bridge, like the bridge, he went higher. And I paid attention to that. There was octaves he was hitting, and you have bass, you have tenor, you have alto, you have soprano, and each of these guys have each section has a role. But even as a male singer, you have a falsetto. So for a male singer, the way that we get into those alto and those soprano ranges, most of us gotta go into falsetto. I don't have to go in falsetto on all of them. A lot of what he did that was high, it was in his normal voice. Normal voice isn't considered falsetto. That's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he was belting that shit.
He was belting. Yeah. Sheer power, sheer control. If it wasn't for Keebler Elf, the fucking singer would have been the lead of the role for me. Like, that would have been the star of the show. And that takes nothing from the Screamo individual, too. That's the main lead to me, the dude that I wanted to speak on, too. That guitarist, he was tearing the fuck up. You know what? That's what I wanted to say. I was afraid I was going to miss it because I was thinking about it while I was listening to it. You know a guitarist is good whenever you can confuse the sound of a guitar from a vocal. This dude was speaking with his fucking guitar. Yeah. Genuinely speak, because I was like, hold up, is this nigga... No, that's not it. That's not singing. That's the guitar. It was off of the bridge of the song. It was right towards the end of the song, right at the bridge. He was going off on that fucking guitar, and I was like, is this nigga singing? No, he ain't singing. That's the guitar. But bro, when you can speak with an instrument, everybody can
that's
speak
the goal
with
of every
it.
musician.
Exactly. And everybody and I'm not saying that people don't speak with their instruments. It's just like a singer. Most people can sing, but it's whenever you can be heard with your voice singing. That's impressive. It's like putting somebody in a choir and you got somebody that's just so pure in sound. beyond the talent that's within the choir, and you can pinpoint them out of every individual that's singing. That's exactly what it was for me with this. The guitarist, taking what Keebler Elf, I'm your number one fucking fan. But aside from that, there was so much to appreciate about this piece. I'm getting over the top off of it. This shit makes my playlist. This shit makes my fucking playlist. Jesus Christ. I want to see more of Keebler Elf. I need some more fucking music from them. So for the people that are into this, you know this shit.
Plenty of it.
Put me on. No. Fucking flood this shit. Put me on. This is like re-falling in love. I feel like a kid again. I wish these motherfuckers was Korn's age whenever I was a child so I could have discovered them then. So I could talk about them now and say, these are OGs. They had the formula. You can't nobody talk shit about them.
Well, I'm not sure when they came out, but they've been out for a minute. They're not new. This is a new song, not a new band.
I need
like
to
I
be.
said,
Well, that's all the more reason for the people that are fans, for the people that are tuning in. Please put it in the comments. I gotta hear more of this shit. This was amazing.
Founded in 2000.
What?
Yeah.
I graduated in 2008. What? And this is brand new. Like, how old is this song?
2 days.
What?
I told you this is a new release. He
right.
don't understand the concept of new metal release week.
Put me on. But no, I need y'all motherfuckers to put me
just
on.
On top of their list, there's fucking 6 albums right here. So there's probably like almost 10 albums maybe. So there's, like I said, there's plenty.
And that's beautiful dedication, yo. Like, God fucking damn, bro. They wowed the fuck out of my mind tonight. All aspects. You know I'm wild whenever I can talk about every individual in the band and highlight out what they did. There was nothing about this song, nothing about this track, aside from the lyrics being simplistic. There was nothing about this track.
Like, that's the last part we got to dive into.
It was deep, but it wasn't. Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm going to make it short just because this video is getting long. But yeah, I mean, you kind of paralleled what I think the message is intended to be. But, you know, kind of like I alluded to when I talked about, you know, in the video, they had the guy, you know, basically start burnt to a crisp and slowly kind of reform, you know, and as you can kind of glean from the chorus, it's like iron shaped by fire. We aren't born this way. And so the message of the track is saying, you know, all the trials and tribulations, you know, through the fire.
Right.
That's how we find out who we are. Exactly.
I got you.
Like iron shaped by fire. We aren't born this way, shaped by fire. We are reborn through pain.
Gotcha.
So I mean that pretty much tells you the whole
life
story
experience.
Of the track. Exactly. So it's like through these trials and tribulations, this is how if we persevere, you know, it can turn you bad or good, you know, it depends on what you take from your life lessons, but that is what shapes you as a person. I mean, there's few people more useless than someone who's never been through any hard times. You've never been through something hard. You're a pretty useless individual, and it's not really even your fault. You know, it's like, how can you develop your character if you've never been through anything? Yeah, so I mean, it's also kind of like, you know, wrapping this up, another great example, historical example, is, you know, the story of Buddha. You know, he was stuck in his kingdom. His parents wouldn't let him leave, knew nothing of the outside. And I forget how the story goes. It's been a minute since I paid attention. But basically, either a servant or like one of his advisors intentionally like helped him sneak out so he could see the outside world, or he snuck out himself, something like that. And then he was like, he literally couldn't handle it because people get sick. And you know, people get sick. He's like, what's this?
I don't get sick.
Exactly. Yeah, you never seen a sick person. Yeah, exactly.
I've never seen a poor person.
And so it's just such a shock to the system.
Right.
And so if you don't go through your trials by fire, you know, no matter how much it sucks, and it turns some people dark.
Right.
Because you can definitely get too much of that.
Right.
Being on the opposite end of that the opposite end of that spectrum, you know, never getting a break, constantly fighting for nothing.
The world,
you know?
If you're trying to change the world, you need to understand all aspects of the world. Yeah,
and this is definitely up there, and bro, if not my favorite, as I lay dying.
Thank you. Seriously, this was amazing. Yeah. Like, wow, I'm blown away. I appreciate the reevaluation of the lyricism. Yeah. Keebler Elf. What's this motherfucker's name? What's Keebler Elf's name?
I don't know their names like that.
In the comments, I need to know Keebler, the drummer. I keep calling him Keebler Elf. He's Keebler Elf.
Which is funny because the Keebler Elf doesn't have a beard, but
he doesn't.
I think maybe
there's a couple of Keebler Elves that have beards.
There's the Keebler Elf that's shaved with the fucking green hat. He's the dude on the cookies.
But there's other Keebler
I think
Elves.
the dude he's looking for is Gandalf.
Maybe it's Gandalf. Ain't no goddamn Gandalf or the fucking wizard from Harry Potter. This motherfucker looks like a fucking. He looks. I don't even know.
I'm just gonna wait for people to roast you in the comments.
He's gonna like this motherfucker.
Calling him an elf that doesn't have a beard.
Look. If an elf, this is what an elf is supposed to look like. This motherfucker's supposed to have a fucking beard. Keebler Elf is supposed to have a beard with some shades on. He didn't even have. He shook the shades off himself. Y'all don't even know. He had shades on at the beginning of the video. He was going so hard. His beard smacked him in the face and just knocked his fucking shit off. And look up all the other Keebler Elves.
No, this is the Keebler.
I know that's the main Keebler Elf.
Ain't no.
There are more Keebler Elves.
There it is.
That's the trademark, but there are more Keebler Elves.
It was, which pretty much everybody on the planet in America probably does. But
notice how I said Keebler Elf. No, I said Keebler Elf. There's Keebler Elves. There are Keebler Elves.
No, there's not.
There are Keebler Elves.
This is Keebler Elf. This is what it is. Keebler Elf is a brand.
Why the fuck do these motherfuckers not have beards? I'm so mad while I'm over here drunk as shit. The elder, is there an elder Keebler Elf?
No, there's not. It's Keebler Elf. This is how he looks. It's a logo for the fucking cookies. That's who he is.
But there are Keebler Elves.
No, there's not.
Yes, there are. There's fucking commercials and they have Keebler Elf. They have the Keebler Elf talking to the Keebler Elves. But none of them have fucking beards. If a Keebler Elf was to have a fucking beard, he would have a fucking beard. All I know is this motherfucker look like an elf, and he has a beard, and goddamn it, he is a fucking savage. With that being said, my name is fucking Ryan.
I'm Victor.
I need to know who the fucking elf is. God damn it, put his name out in the comments, because I need to know who this dude is. I'm a fan. And I'm a fan because he looks like an elf. And I'm a fan because he won me over with his feet, not his hands. This motherfucker was like, you hear my toes tapping below. I know my name's Ryan.
No, I'm Victor.
We out. God damn, dude.